I'm happy to see today so many of you and diverse stakeholders to discuss the crucial role of culture in contributing to key European objectives. Culture is not a nice to have, but a need to have.
It is a platform for inspiration for a world of culture. And I would like strongly to believe the world of politics as well.
We organize it every other year, and the objective is to bring together people from the arts and culture from all over Europe. And the idea is because the challenges that we face in culture in particular are too great to face them alone.
I mean, if economics is set well in the culture, it can bring us great good.
The three main themes are three key issues for a culture sector.
I was presenting this morning at the session on measuring the value of culture. There is a significant direct relationship between cultural participation and the individual's well-being.
This competition was initiated by the European Parliament to encourage innovative ideas that twinned technologies, the newest technologies, media apps, with possibilities to spread, access, disseminate and produce and make creative and cultural content in Europe.
We're really honored to be able to present our project here today and to find partners and really get our project out there.
The strategy which are only focused to growth are not enough to make Europe to go back and step on feet.
So I think we're getting at a very exciting point in time on the whole cultural value debate, because we have managed to get the economists and all the different disciplines to work together to get the statistics. But now that we have that, what we are getting back is and to getting the need to bring in the artists and the one wider range of cultural operators to make sense of these numbers much better.
I'd like to share my views on the potential of art and culture in our time.
I want to take you for a really short journey.
This is a new program called Vox Pops, fresh ideas that can be taken up.
Two issues should be discussed: funding for culture and audience development. And we also are going to introduce innovative elements like a guarantee facility to encourage banking to support cultural projects at a reduced risk.
The audience and the questions really revolved around how do we apply these concepts, whether it be crowdfunding, direct-to-fan, actively. There is a massive relevance to these ways of engaging fans in the funding of things and in participating in the creation of, not just the dissemination of products that are artistic in nature.
Sense that we are in a time of change, that the old funding models are eroding because of the economic crisis. And simultaneously there has been a rise in digital engagement, which has opened up all sorts of different ways of connecting with audiences and with raising funds.
Music, as well as art in general, started as a form of communication. And communication can only flow when there is an open partner on each end. One of the most tragic developments over the past 100 years is that we have ceased to communicate and started creating art for art's sake.
The member of the panel said that is like people really want to be engaged and want to be acknowledged for being an audience.
We learned that we should promote culture even more. We learned that probably we give too much importance to the economy, as I said, and we forget that culture is the basis for the economy. We need to make a good case, to build a good case for culture, and this needs to be based on solid economic evidence. For instance, that it creates growth, that it creates jobs.
I think it's a very nice opportunity to meet a lot of people. I think this time it's much more down to earth sort of. I was here 2 years ago, but I find the topic much more easier to relate to this time. It's very interesting.
I think a real opportunity has been given to us to influence cultural policy here. And all of our national governments are reducing funding dramatically. The European Commission has increased its funding for culture.
Erasmus Plus is actually bringing together 7 former programmes into one. So it's going to be the new EU programme for education, training, youth and sport. It's one of the only EU programmes to get a significant increase under the new financial period. It's getting a 40% increase.
It will be a programme which will serve as a funding tool for culture operators and cinema operators in Europe. It will support hundreds of projects. We are trying to make artists circulate from one country to another, make their art known in other countries.
Culture is not a luxury, it's a necessity and it's a good investment for the future.